When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Huntington, West Virginia, Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home of the Marshall Thundering Herd. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go on the attack first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual.
Lots of room to run. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Marshall's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to...
Turning it on! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Marshall quick to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same... Give to the fullback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Going deep. Catch inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Firing to the right, complete. At the 45, on its way. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers.
Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them it's just
breaks into the open. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the back. They'll try to get outside. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can...
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the move. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, with a chance to tack on another one before halftime. They want to throw it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, I think this quarterback just needs to do a better job working through his progression. Looked to me like he was trying to force that into his guy who was covered on the play. There were other people open.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gonna let it fly. Picked off to stop the threat. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Gibbs. Bringing it back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Try to get it to the edge. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown, Ohio State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Oh, he's got a chance. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Yeah, you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
Back to pass on second down. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. And you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And no monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any...
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Toss to the outside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Makes the catch. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He's looking to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a
of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies, and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Trying to start the drive with a pass.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Marshall will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll send the back in motion. Has to get there to move the sticks. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bell. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Got his man on the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
Back's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
And the extra point was good. So that drive covered just 44 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominant. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.